so basically, your father determines your nationality. But the thing is, that as we read through on this main chapter, that was one of the curses that we were going to be scattered about the four corners of the earth. So, like, you have Israelites, like, say, when the Romans came to power, what I'm saying, they basically destroyed Jerusalem in 70 AD. They basically, to avoid Roman persecution, they went down
in that same era. That's when they was fighting over Christians and Muslims and Jews over in Asia and Middle East. You know what I'm talking about. That's why when you said that number, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's when the war began. That's in 1480. That's when the Quran became 1480.
Yeah. Alright, so are you familiar with a thing called the trans-Saharan slave trade?
No. Hold up. Is this got to do with, like, hold on, let me think. It was under that. I was reading. I heard that, but it was like I was reading a Willie Lynch story about how Willie Lynch. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. I read on that. That's why I thought you were talking about.
I'm gonna tell you. So listen, we're gonna bring up this is the trans-Saharan. But the trans-Saharan slave trade, right?
I ain't hear that.
They were forced.
You know what?
They were forced. That's the same way.
That's how they became Christian.
No, that's the same way. That's how the Arabs was interested in
No, the slave, they wasn't believing in that.
This is how the so-called Negroes became Muslim. It was forced on them the same way that they was forced to become Christians over here. When the Arabs,
you talking about over in there? I got you. I see what you're saying.
The trans-Saharan slave.
I got you.
It was over in that region of the world. It wasn't in.
There wasn't here.
It says look it up on Google. It says trans-Saharan trade requires travel across the Sahara, north and south, to sub-Saharan Africa, from the northern African coast of Europe to the Levant. While existing from prehistoric times, the peak of the trade extended from the 8th century until early 17th century.
No, you're right though. I had to think about what you were saying. You're right. So I did read that too. I thought you were talking about over in over here. How long y'all here today for?
We're here about 9 o'clock. I don't see my wife, but
Yo, man, I love building with y'all. I like it. I don't know how y'all greet.
it's good. But yeah,
y'all got a temple or something to go to?
It's right here. It's right here. When you see us out, we usually be out here on Saturday, but I gotta work on Saturday, so we come out when we can. But we out here every week though.
I knew he was gonna fucking go out, so he came.
Yeah, cut. He probably was nice.
No, he had a fucking beer can.
Oh yeah, he was drinking. But see, yo, that's
I'm like, yo, man, like, why you so close?
cut. But nah, you see in harmony, man. But nah, with the trans-Saharan slave trade, matter of fact, look up further down. Nah, go down there, and it should say something about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Alright, come. But I don't look it up. But yeah, man, like the brother, he just came up here and basically
So you mean ABD?
Yeah, kind. But that's what they called us. You know? Like the brother, he came here talking about he was raised as a Christian. You know, he became Muslim. The reason why he became Muslim, I know that dude too, man. I just can't remember where I know his face from. You know what I mean? That's why I was like, yo, he look familiar. I'm looking at him like, yo, I know this guy. But I just can't put where I know him from there. You know? But yeah, man, he came up talking about he was raised as a Christian, but he became Muslim. The reason why he became Muslim because he was rebelling against that Christian doctrine, man. You know, the doctrine that we get taught growing up as kids, man. Why? Because they talk about, and your spirit really don't dig it. That like they go and want to cook pork and all that, and your spirit be like, yo, man, I ain't really with that, man. So now you find something like Islam where they don't eat pork and everything. They say they don't celebrate this, they claim they don't celebrate that. That's more appealing to your spirit before you get into the truth, man. Once you get into the truth, like you already nothing about that, man. No. But that brother, man, I wish he'd have stayed a little longer. Because we was about to go deep into it. And it's like he couldn't stump it. Everything he said, we gave him a reply, man.
Yeah, he was about to really get hit.
Yeah. That's like, I was like, yo, we just did a lesson on this. It's funny because I looked in the book, in the bin where I put the books on and everything, and I was going to bring the Quran and thing. He probably would have ran down the street. And he's like, yeah, I know that number. I know that number. Like, no, man. You know? But that dude, man, he's a victim of studying too many different books.
Yeah, 'cause I mean that guy, that guy is. I think it's a place on 42nd. Well, here, around there, where they have another. I don't know what it is, but they have all these different. I guess there's almost like his little Masonic group or something like that. But this dude been exposed for like ever since fucking the early 2000s, and you still got people following him and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's heavy witchcraft.
Yeah, all this dude did was he made like books where he would copy and paste shit other people said and make a book and then sell it.
Yeah, that's a nigga for you.
Yeah, he's having people like following this.
Because they felt that the doctrine was appealing. Why? Because he took the most appealing parts of the doctrine and copied it, like the brother said, and pasted it, and then gave it to you.
Yeah, and then it's like Jake, they want to be so deep and all that stuff.
Yeah,
like, oh, I know this, I know that.
Yeah.
Because I was about to get into it, because he said something, because he said this group called the Ansar, or the Nubian Islamic Hebrews, Nubian Islamic Hebrews, or something to that effect, where it's like he tried to, I'm sorry, Nubian Islamic Hebrews, I think that's what it's called, or something like that. We try to combine the Afrocentric stuff with Israel, Bible, and the Quran all together, and have its followers.
Deep,
Yeah.
Like I got a piece of you. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 16. And it reads, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
Yeah, like this dude, Malachi New York, he had his base out in somewhere in New York. I want to say Harlem or something like that. Somewhere in New York. But a lot of his followers, they're like bugged out of their mind and all that stuff. Yeah,
Gone.
They're destroyed. Like no matter what we said to this dude, in his mind he knows everything he read. In his mind he knows everything. He read a whole bunch of books, so there's nothing you can tell him that's gonna change his mind. The scripture we read about, about being admonished to make him many books is a weariness of your flesh. The point of that was, the Bible is the main book that you want to go off of. Anything else, it'll just be proving the Bible true. Which, he was fucking saying all this, these accusations without even really knowing. He was about to get into. I know what was coming next. King James was a homosexual.
Cut.
He's white and all this stuff. Like
King James had his slaves. We all had slaves, man. Even in the ancient world we had slaves. But we didn't treat our slaves the way that the so-called white man treated his, man. He treated us, man.
Yeah, so this dude, that's the problem with our people. Our people are Isaiah 6. It's Isaiah 6 and 9. It says, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. See ye indeed, but perceive not. Because, we was telling this dude to, peep and understand what we're saying, but he couldn't understand it because, the spirit of deep sleep was on him.
Right.
So it says, make the hearts of this people fat, make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. This dude, he didn't want to hear what we're saying. He closed his ears and turned his shoulder. He didn't want to hear what we're saying. He already had in his mind that he knows something, and that alcohol was making it even like worse.
Oh man, yeah. Yo, he was proud though, but he was trying to keep it calm because we kept cutting his ass, man. Everything he said, he was getting cut on, man. Cause he gave us that smile like, yeah, I told y'all, I know something. I'll be studying. Like, come on, man. What the hell is you really studying, man? What are you studying? That's pertaining to your salvation. And anything that we sit down now, he ain't even mentioned the Israelites until we start talking about it. And all of a sudden, yeah, I know about the Israelites. You better know about us, man. You're an Israelite. Then this how you know that dude was bugged out his mind, man. Because he pointed out the woman over there, but she looks like a Ishmaelite. Complexion and all of outward appearance, I would say she's an Ishmaelite. He pointed at her and was like, yo, that's an Israelite. I'm like, no, it ain't. Then I started checking. I was like, yo, I don't know who she is. Then he was like, oh no, shit, Pakistani. But then he tried to say that he ain't said that she was an Israelite.
Yeah, I heard it.
Like, yo, that dude, he was bugged out his damn mind, man. With dudes like that, you can't even really talk to dudes like that, man. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21 and 16. It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead, man. So that dude, he's in the congregation of the dead, man. Because he wandered out. Well, right now he was standing right here where the understanding's at, So he wandered away from this, man, because he was going here, there, touching on all these different types of doctrines that are false doctrines, which it holds no weight, man. Just like them 5% of niggas, man, talking about how many miles away from the sun and how much the sun weigh and all, crazy shit like that.
Yeah, yo, my dad asked me that shit. Like what is that? Like, man, I don't know.
It's like the Lord gave us certain things to know. He gave us the information that we supposed to know right now that's pertaining to our salvation and pertaining to us getting out of here, man. All right? That's what the Lord gave us, man. All right? He ain't tell us, oh, the sun weighs this much. The earth weighs this much. That's right there is an Esau doctrine. Because Esau wants to be the illuminated ones, man. They want to be, they want to know it all, man. They want to be like Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, man. All right, they want to, the created want to be like the creator, man. When the scriptures tell you that, it's not supposed to be like that. All right, like how are you going to tell your master what he's supposed to do, man? Or how much something weighs? All right, then first of all, that don't even got nothing to do with your salvation, man. We in captivity. And you got niggas that follow that crap, man. Like it's this one nigga, he got a heavy flat earth demon on him, man. He always scoffed for that GMS, man. Talking about we rape 12-year-old women, girls and all that. If we did that, if all the members in GMS raped a 12-year-old girl, it wouldn't be no members in GMS, man. Because we'd all be in jail, locked underneath the jail. With the book thrown at us, man. So you wicked ass niggas that's running around talking that bull crap, man. You bearing false witness. And furthermore, you have no understanding of the scriptures. That's what it look like. Cussing your ass up. Yeah, man, but he in the congregation of the dead, man. Like trying to know how much does a cloud weigh and all that. Because niggas want to be deep. Matter of fact, can you got a scripture that says the Lord took the wisdom of his world and made it foolishness? You know, because niggas want to be so deep. You know, like when we was in the world or whatever. And, yo, and I know any nigga that was in the world or still in the world, and they go grab their little weed or whatever, then they take that first hit, and then all of a sudden they's like, yeah, man. Then you want to start rubbing your feet and think you got all this intellect, man. Like you getting real deep and ain't talking about shit. You know? That's the philosophy of Esau, man. He acts like he's so deep, man. Oh yeah, because yo, Esau gets a 99.9% of his information about the Bible. Matter of fact, I even go so far as to say they get 100% of the information out of the Bible and they twist it and turn it, man. No? God, yeah, God. Because how Noah built the ark, how the pyramids are built, man. You know, them niggas they want to know all that. They just baffled by it to the point they like, oh, a human couldn't do this, aliens did it. You know? No, the children of God did that, man. The children of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua did that, man. And yeah, we are aliens to this society, man. Like Yahweh Shah said, he said, we live in this world, he said, I live in this world, but we're not of this world, man. You know?
Yeah, this 1 Corinthians 3:19. It says, I'll start at 18. It says, let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seems to be wise in this world, let him become a fool that he may be wise.
That's right, man. So if you think that you wise in this world, you don't know nothing, man. You know, like I was just arguing with this woman, you know, talking about history or whatever. So they're talking about, yeah, I'm a history major, and this is that. So we was talking about, because I think I put up a post about the smallpox epidemic. And it said that it happened over 500 years ago. It was the first smallpox epidemic by the first settlers that came over here, whatever. So it was kind of off, you know, but the lady hopped on, oh, you know what? If this happened in 17 such and such, and this, that, I'm like, all right, damn. You know, it was a fucking typo, man. Or not on my behalf, on top of the information that was in there. All right? So now you see, now you ready to correct somebody like that. That information really don't mean nothing to me. So then I got a little kernel. I was like, all right, well, you know so much, let's talk about Christopher Columbus. And I'm asking a question about what's his real name, this is that. She got them all right. I'm like, all right, you know a little bit. But like, that's just wisdom of this world right here, man. All right? We want the wisdom of the scriptures, man. You know? Like you have like dudes go to college and all that. What you go to college for, man? To get a degree. A degree for what? In your major. But that major that you get your degree in, that's not getting you salvation, man. And furthermore, they only teach you one aspect. And you got a whole world around you. That's why they say they book smart, but they street dumb, man. You know, they have a dude to go to school his whole life and he'll be on point with the books, man. But let a harlot come around woman, he try to get into it with a woman and everything, and shit, break his damn heart. Why? Because he couldn't read the spirit that she was a harlot. They can't read the spirit of all these other different demons that you dealing with from day to day, man. But Jake always want to seem deep and everything. You know? Oh, I know this, I know that. I know how far it is from here to Pluto. Who gives a fuck, man? You know that's the 5%ers, man, with all that. What's today's mathematics, God? Them niggas, man. Like, yo, I hate them niggas, man. What's the science of the day? The science, man. You sound like Esau, man.
Yeah, and it says, let him become a fool that he may be wise. Meaning, like, basically, when you come into the truth, you gotta forget everything that you taught.
Right.
Just like the brother was saying, like before I came into the truth, I studied, Malachi's York, the 5 or 6, all that stuff. And I had to, of course, the parts that I could use to break down to somebody how the Bible is true. I'm gonna remember that so I could be able to break down certain information. Like the guy that we was just dealing with, I could have went into all this stuff about Malachi's York, I just said the Islam and all that. So, but it says let him become a fool because like Yahweh Shah said. I believe it was John. You gotta become a newborn babe. So you gotta forget everything. So you gotta forget everything that you've been taught. So it says, "For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High, where it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness."
That's right, man. So he takes the wise in their own craftiness. Who thinks they wise in this society? And their own craftiness is their laws that they be making. Matter of fact, one of the majorest craftiness that the Lord is going to take the wise in this society is the ICBM missiles. That's the major craftiness because he think he crafty by making the missiles. He's like, you know what? Yeah, we're going to shoot bombs on everybody, and when we shoot the bombs on them, then we're going to go hide in these underground bunkers that we have.
I thought that was the whole thing. You remember the real short dude? Kept dropping his book bag and like, yeah, somebody hit me, and all this stuff like that.
Oh no!
He kept looking over. He had this like old
he looked like
Egyptian looking symbol or some shit.
that nigga look like Bushwick Bill. But yeah, man, you gotta like, yo, that's gonna be one of the major, they crafty. And then, matter of fact, you got right now, these Edomites, these crackers think they so crafty, right? So what they do, they start bringing drugs into this country. Now the whole purpose for that was to jack up the so-called Negroes community and to keep us further down. But now that backfired on the ass and started going to their communities, man. Like if you go up there in Frankfurt, all you see is a whole bunch of white, hair-round out, man. Leaning over, like, you know what I mean? Looking like a damn zombie, man. And that's all I see is either a cracker or you might have an Ephraimite, so-called Puerto Rican up there, But they're the main ones selling it to him, man. But that's another way they got taken in their craftiness, man. And more, man. But the ultimate craftiness is the ICBM missiles, man. Because they think that the so-called white man thinks that he can't be outsmarted. He thinks he's smarter than everybody on the face of this planet. When all he is a vessel that the Lord is using, man. Every move that he does is already calculated, man. All the way down to the pride of this dude, man. He's prideful dudes, man. Oh, I got it.
I mean, not 2 John, but John chapter 2, or something like that. John the 3rd chapter. This is Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20. It said, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. So, like, talking about that guy that came up here earlier, it says they speak not according to this word, it's because there's no light in them. He really didn't have any truth that he was basically, ministering to us or whatever, because he didn't really know, what he was talking about. And he was talking about all these other books, outside of the Bible. When you're dealing with like Malachi York, that dude was into Egyptology, Islam, straight up Christianity. Because I remember when I used to go to that bookstore or whatever on Sundays, they used to teach. It was something like Christianity or whatever. So it's like you would have how you gonna mix the the truth together and all that. Just like how, Apostle Har says, when somebody poisons you, they're going to give you something that looks good or whatever. You trust, and they're going to just poison you. And the whole thing was, because like when I first went there, when the logo had like a up with a black Jesus on it, and then it had a Mason symbol, so I always walked by like, what the fuck is that? So I walked in there, and he gave me a couple books for free. They're like, a lot of the books, they're like, he writes his own books, so they're like small, the words, you can read it, like if you're a reader, you can read it real quick. I can fucking read the book in like 2 days or whatever. So you read the book, then you come back, and they'll start, all right, this is $10, this is like, but I'll give it to you for this, or
that's like they selling you crack or something.
yeah, it's like, like
They give you a sample here, take this.
So by the time, they'll go through all them books, have all them books, we'll be going there, we'll be donating money, we'll probably go to visit, I think it was called, it was a certain city in Georgia where he built like a compound or something like that, almost like how Shy compound. Yeah, it might have been Savannah, Georgia. So he built this compound there, built all these statues, had women there, all this stuff like that. And, so the people basically like lived there. They probably gave up their lives or whatever and just lived there. He basically making money off of it. So I remember they used to do like, how at church they pass around collection plate. They used to pass around collection plate.
Oh, no, man. I just said that too. It was like you said when you walked up, they had the Ankh in there and all, and the Mason sign and all that. Yo, I was walking past a dude yesterday. Matter of fact, he came past the job or whatever. So I looked at it, like I see dudes, they like to wear the medallion. So I looked at the medallion. Yo, this nigga had the Egyptian pharaoh on his chest, the Masonic sign, and the cross. I said, yo, this nigga's bugged out his damn mind, man. He don't know what the hell he want to be. He's all over the place. Like a dude like that, you can't reason or wrestle with a guy like that, man, because they all over the place, man. They wavering. They're not. They're like a seed that's got planted on that's not stable foundation. Anything that comes past a gust of wind come past it can uproot them, man. And especially this Malachi York dude, man. I remember, I did time with a dude or whatever, man. And he was talking about this Malachi York because there was another Israelite in there. Me and him. That's why when I really first started coming into the truth, And like the dude, he sat down, wrote the Hebrew down for me. Taught me the Lord's Prayer and all that. And we was talking, and then this dude overheard us talking, and he started talking about Malachi York. He's like, oh yeah, he's like, y'all study out the Malachi York. I didn't even know who he was with. But he was telling me the doctrine. I'm like, yo, that shit sounds crazy, man. Like, how the hell would you believe something like that? But he was talking about in Genesis 1:1, where it says in the beginning, the Most High created the heaven and the earth and all that, right? But now we know that it was that Yahweh gave the order to Yahweh Shah, and Yahweh Shah followed it out by giving the orders to the heavenly angels. But he was trying to say it was two angels, Enki and Elil, and they made human race and they got mad and killed. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is you talking about, man?
Yeah, that's like scary.
Yeah. So I'm like, dog, like, as a matter of fact, he used to run with Beanie Siegel. Around the time he was running with Jay-Z when they was with the Rockefeller. And Jay-Z believed in that bull crap, man. So he was talking a whole bunch of different doctrines and like just nonsense, man.
I think it was looking like Jay-Z's like father or something like that.
Yeah, man. Alright, this is the back with the brother, because you gotta basically you gotta humble yourself. You gotta become a newborn, man. A babe. All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 1. Hold up.